So, in a village, there lived two friends called Kumar and Ravi. Village, so what is the occupation? Farming. Kumar and Ravi were farmers. What did Kumar do? He had a field and he used his ox, bull cholvolya, bull, to plow the field. Ravi also did the same. They had two bulls each. Now, it is not an easy thing to have just bulls around. It is a responsibility. Like I said at the beginning of the session, teachers have to take care of their children at home, like your mothers take care of you. Farmers take care of their animals as if they were their own children. அதனால தான் பொங்கலுக்கு it's considered as a very, very big festival, and there is a special day for the bull, Maatu Pongal. It's a very special day for especially us at Tamil Nadu, where we really thank and we are very thankful to the animal, not just the bull, the cows that give us milk and everything, especially to the farmer community. For people like us in city, Pongal is just eating Pongal, watching some programs on TV, having some holidays, not going to school. That's all. But I want you to talk to grandparents about their Pongal festival. Okay? How was their Pongal festival in their respective villages? How would they do? Because we went to one village for one Pongal, and that is one Pongal that I cannot forget. It stands really fresh in my memory. The people in village treat you very, very nicely. The way they celebrate Pongal is very different from the way we celebrate Pongal in city. So it is a very fantastic experience, not like the one that we do in our community. A bull comes where you just take a 4 or 5 rounds on sitting on the bull and playing some games and watching some TV movie on the big screen in the community. It is not so boring. Their Pongal is very, very interesting. So this, back to the story, Ravi had 2 bulls and Kumar also had 2 bulls. Kumar was a very, very active guy, whereas Ravi was a very lazy guy. Kumar used to take care of his animal. He would feed them regularly, bathe them, and take good care of them. Now, taking care of animals is not an easy thing. Like children, they have to be treated, they have to be vaccinated, they have to be taken to the doctor if they are not well. We can't just use them when we need them and discard them when we don't need them. But that is exactly what Ravi did. Because every day he was finding it hard to feed them, to bathe them, and all that. So one day, what did he do? He just untied the bulls and he let them go. He wouldn't even take them to graze. Maadu mekravanu solluvaanga. It is not an easy job to be a cowherd also. You know that? Grazing, taking them to graze and all that. Recently, I went to one of the villages in the north and I saw that 2 old couple, an old couple, a husband and wife. The husband was feeding the dry hay into a machine and the lady was turning the wheel and the hay would come into chopped pieces. That is what they would feed the cows. And if you ask the old people, they will tell you how the routine is when they have cows and bulls at home. They start their day pretty early in the morning at around 4:30. So it's a very hard work. And Kumar would do it, whereas Ravi wouldn't. So what did Ravi do? He thought of a shortcut idea. He said, I'm going to get rid of the ox. I'm going to buy a tractor. Now, tractor is a machine, but machine also needs to be kept in use regularly and maintained properly. Otherwise, it will go waste. Ravi did not take care of his tractor also properly. So one summer when they had to sow and all that, he plowed the fields. Kumar plowed the fields with the help of the oxen. Now what did Kumar do? He saw that Ravi had released his oxen into the wild and he felt really pawam for those 2 creatures. Poor thing, poor animals. Where will they go when there is no food? Now, the grass is not always available, so they just can't untie the bull to go graze and come back. No. They have to feed them when there is no food and the grass is not available in plenty. So he brought those 2 oxen also back home. So he had to take care of 4. He could not afford to. It is not only physically taxing, but it is also financially very, very expensive when we have animals at home. So what happened? He started taking care of 4 animals, and he used these 4 animals in his farm, and they did a wonderful job. Whereas Ravi, he did not take care of his tractor. Slowly, when the season started, when he had to start the tractor and go and take it to the field to plow it, it refused to budge. It wouldn't start. Why? All the parts were completely unused. So that year, there was no produce. He was not able to plow his field, and no other farmer would give their tractors. And he was ashamed to go and ask Kumar for his own oxen back. And that year, Ravi could not have any harvest, any produce, and he had no income or money. But Kumar did a wonderful job, and he had a great produce that year. So that year, Ravi learned a very expensive lesson. One season when the weather is really perfect and still you're not able to grow plants and cultivate them, then the farmers incur a lot of expense, which is very, very high and heavy for them. So that was a very heavy mistake, a huge mistake that Ravi committed, and a big lesson he learned through that. Now, there are a few things that I wanted to share with you when I read this lesson. It is not just animals. Even if you have a farm equipment like a tractor, you have to maintain it. And the lesson that I learned from this is it is not just a farm equipment or any car or your vehicle. It is our body. Our body is also a vehicle which needs to be used. And during these times when we are not able to stretch ourselves, when we are not able to go out and play, we must keep ourselves physically active. So help your mothers, help your fathers, and your grandparents at home in whatever work that you can, whether it is sweeping, mopping, or washing vessels, whatever it is. Take care of the body the way we take care of our vehicles. Don't you people have cycles? Don't you people take them to get them serviced and oiled? And you need to fill air in your cycles and keep them really well. Otherwise, it will go rickety, right? When you start your cycle, it will make all this creaky sound. And the second thing that I wanted to share with you people today is about, again, the farmers. It is believed, actually, it is believed that the tractors increased the output, but that was thrusted on them. The fact that when the farmers in those days used bull or oxen to plow the fields, the bulls would keep dropping their dungs on the field, which would become manure for the crops. That was a natural manure. Whereas to keep the fertility of the soil, these days farmers have to add a lot of chemicals to the soil before they sow the seeds. So that is a lot of chemicals that is going inside the soil. And the second thing is these tractor making companies, which are from not only within our country but outside our country, they partnered with the companies in our country in order to sell their products. Like John Deere sort of companies, they partnered with TVS sort of companies, and they sell their tractors to the farmers. And they are not very cheap to buy. They are very expensive. Farmers have to take loans. And it's not easy to maintain as compared, as we saw in this story. Just by buying a tractor, that does not mean his expenses will be less if he got rid of his bulls. So this is a wonderful story. And I believe that we must all of us must visit village at least in one of the summer vacations for at least a week. Live with the farmers, understand their lifestyle, and appreciate what they do so that we get the best that we eat at home. All right. So today I have 2 activities for you people. One is, have you ever made a paper plane? You just make a paper rocket or paper plane and you do it this way, it goes flying. We used to make them all the time in school. I see that not many children can make them these days, but there are lots of videos on YouTube. I want you to see some videos and make some paper planes and show it to me when we meet tomorrow at 5 o'clock. That is the first activity. And if you do the second activity, that's a bonus. The second activity is you should talk to your grandparents and ask them about their experience of living in a village, how farmers live, what kind of difficulties they face. If you can find out two difficulties, not from Google, not from any science textbook or social textbook, but from your grandparents, grand aunt or uncle, or even your neighbors, your friends' grandparents, whatever it may be. If you can talk to them and find out about two difficulties of farmers, that will be really awesome. We can join tomorrow and you will post that in the chat tomorrow. Did you all like the story? Now I'm going to look at your chats. I have not been seeing the chats until now. All right. I was born with farmers, Shravan. You were born with farmers. So then you can add some points tomorrow. Okay, nice story. Thank you. Yes, me too. All right. So you people have some people to talk to find out about that and post me about your answers in tomorrow's session. All right. So that's it for today. 2 activities. We'll meet in tomorrow's session. All right. Thank you. See ya. Bye.